I just stumbled upon a mind-blowing fact: Google knows more about me than I know about myself. It's crazy to think about, but it's true. They've been collecting data on us for years, and it's not just about what we search for online. It's about our entire digital footprint, and it's terrifying to think about how much they can infer from it. You're probably wondering how they do it, and I won't lie, it's pretty impressive. They've got algorithms that can analyze our search history, our location data, and even what we watch on YouTube. And it's not just about serving us ads, it's about creating a detailed profile of who we are and what we like. But have you ever stopped to think about what that means for our data privacy? I mean, we're talking about a company that can access our entire online lives, and that's a pretty scary thought. It's like having a nosy neighbor who's always watching what you're doing, but instead of just peeking through the curtains, they've got a camera in your living room. And it's not just Google, it's all the other companies that use their services too. They're all collecting data on us, and it's creating this massive surveillance state that's hard to wrap your head around. It's like we're living in a real-life episode of Black Mirror, and it's not pretty. As I started to dig deeper into this, I realized that it's not just about the data they collect, it's about how they use it too. They're using it to create these incredibly detailed profiles of us, and it's like they're trying to predict what we'll do next. It's like they're trying to read our minds, and it's a pretty unsettling feeling. But what's even crazier is that we're all contributing to this surveillance state without even realizing it. We're voluntarily giving them access to our data, and it's like we're signing away our rights to privacy. It's like we're trading our freedom for the convenience of being able to use these services, and that's a pretty steep price to pay. As I thought about this more, I started to wonder if it's even possible to opt out of this surveillance state. I mean, can we really just stop using Google and all the other services that track us? It's like trying to give up sugar or something. It's hard to imagine a life without it. But then I started to think about the benefits of living off the grid, so to speak. I mean, if we're not giving them our data, they can't use it to manipulate us, right? It's like taking back control of our lives, and that's a pretty empowering feeling. And that's when it hit me: this is all about control. It's about who gets to decide what we see and what we do online. Is it us, or is it the companies that are tracking us? It's like we're in this constant tug-of-war, and it's hard to know who's winning. As I delved deeper into this world of surveillance and tracking, I started to realize just how complex it is. It's like trying to navigate a maze, and it's easy to get lost. But one thing that's become clear is that our data is the new currency, and we need to start thinking about it that way. We need to start thinking about how we're spending our data, and what we're getting in return. Are we getting the services we need, or are we just giving away our freedom? It's like we're making a trade, and we need to make sure it's a fair one. And that's when I started to think about the real-world implications of all this. I mean, what happens when our data is used against us? What happens when it's stolen or misused? It's like we're playing with fire, and we need to be careful. But despite all the risks, I still can't help but feel a sense of excitement about all this. I mean, the fact that we can use data to predict what we'll do next is pretty cool, right? It's like having a crystal ball, and it's hard not to be drawn in. As I look back on all this, I realized that I've been pretty naive about how all this works. I mean, I knew that Google was tracking me, but I had no idea it was this extensive. It's like I've been living in a bubble, and it's time to wake up. But now that I know, I feel like I have a choice to make. I can either keep giving them my data, or I can start to take back control. It's like I'm at a crossroads, and I need to decide which path to take. And as I stand here, weighing my options, I'm reminded of a conversation I had with a friend recently. We were talking about how we're all being tracked, and he said something that really stuck with me. He said that we're not just being tracked, we're being shaped. We're being shaped by the data we give away, and that's a pretty profound thought. It's like we're all just pawns in this giant game of surveillance and tracking, and it's hard to know who's winning. But one thing's for sure, we need to start thinking about our data in a whole new way. We need to start thinking about it as a valuable resource, and not just something we give away for free. As I think about all this, I'm reminded of an analogy that I heard once. It's like our data is a garden, and we need to tend to it carefully. We need to make sure we're not giving away the seeds, or else someone else will come and harvest them. It's a pretty simple idea, but it's one that's stuck with me. And it's not just about our own data, it's about the data of those around us too. I mean, what happens when our friends and family are being tracked, and we don't even realize it? It's like we're all just part of this giant web, and it's hard to know who's pulling the strings. But despite all the complexity, I still believe that we have the power to change things. We can start by being more mindful of how we're using our data, and what we're giving away. We can start by reading the fine print, and not just clicking agree without thinking. And as we start to take back control, I think we'll realize that it's not just about our data, it's about our freedom. It's about being able to make choices without being influenced by the companies that are tracking us. It's like we're breaking free from this giant machine, and it's a pretty exciting feeling. As I look to the future, I'm curious to see how all this will play out. Will we start to see a shift towards more data privacy, or will we just keep giving away our freedom? It's like we're at a turning point, and it's hard to know what's next. But one thing's for sure, we need to start thinking about our data in a whole new way. We need to start thinking about it as a valuable resource, and not just something we give away for free. And as we do, I think we'll start to see a change. It's like we're waking up to a new reality, and it's one that's both exciting and terrifying. But as we move forward, I think we'll realize that we have the power to shape our own destiny. We have the power to take back control of our data, and to create a world that's more transparent and more free. As I think about all this, I'm reminded of a quote that I heard once. It said that the future is not something we enter, but something we create. And I think that's especially true when it comes to our data. We have the power to create a future that's more private, more secure, and more free. But it's not just about us, it's about the companies that are tracking us too. I mean, what's their responsibility in all this? Are they just going to keep collecting our data, or are they going to start giving us more control? It's like we're in this giant dance, and it's hard to know who's leading. And that's when I started to think about the role of government in all this. I mean, shouldn't they be regulating these companies, and making sure they're not misusing our data? It's like they're the referees in this giant game, and it's hard to know if they're doing their job. As I ponder all this, I'm starting to think that it's time for a change. It's time for us to start taking back control of our data, and to start creating a world that's more transparent and more free. And I think that's a conversation worth having. So, what do you think? Are we ready to take back control of our data, or are we just going to keep giving it away for free? It's a question that's been on my mind for a while now, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. As I sign off, I want to leave you with a thought-provoking question. What's the real cost of our convenience, and is it worth it? And if you're as curious as I am about the world of tech and data, then join me next time as I explore more of the latest trends and innovations, and let's keep the conversation going by subscribing to this channel.